So let's talk about one way to communicate on the fabric with non-fabric networks. And this happens when we are doing migrations. So with migrations, we have a traditional network here that we are going to call the brown field. And we have a fabric network here that we're going to call the green field. This is the new network. So when doing migrations between old traditional networks into the fabric, what we're going to need is a special type of border node that is known as the layer 2 handoff node. Remember that border nodes come in several types. We have layer 3 border nodes, and in this case we're going to talk about a particular type of border node that is known as layer 2 handoff node. And this border node helps for parallel or incremental migrations. It will be able to communicate the fabric with non-fabric networks, that is legacy networks or traditional networks. In order to do so, this particular device will work in transparent BTP mode. We will not be able to use these VLANs in the traditional network, so we will not be able to communicate these VLANs with the equivalent of them in the fabric. In this case, this handoff node becomes the default gateway for every single VLAN that exists in your traditional network. So you'll have to create here SBIs that will become the default gateways for all your VLANs that still live in your traditional network. In that sense, you will have to go into your traditional network and either shut down or delete the default gateways, because now the default gateways will live in this layer 2 handoff node. And this device should be dedicated. So this node is not going to be a layer 3 border node, it's not going to be edge node, it is not going to be a control plane node. It should be dedicated to be a layer 2 handoff node. And it should be dedicated because remember that we still have here in the traditional network a layer 2 network that can or is subject to broadcast storms or layer 2 loops. So this device can be affected by that because it exists in both worlds. And you're recommended to use stack-wise technologies. Remember that stack-wise technologies are recommended in certain parts of the fabric, for instance, at the edge nodes, and it is also recommended to use them at the layer 2 handoff node. Remember that you are going to use traditional technologies here, for instance, SBIs, trunks to the traditional network. Catalyst Center can help you automating some configuration in order to make VLAN to Lisp instance IDs mapping. That's it.